bam, and welcome to Biscuit Tin RPG. Sorry for the long hiatus. We had a lot of things to work on in the background. Not the least of which, apparently, is you can now subscribe to the Twitch channel. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I randomly got the option, so I was like, cool, let's do this. That being said, we got some new stuff in the pipelines with Biscuit Tin RPG in terms of content. Be on the lookout for that. If you haven't voted already, go to biscuittinrpg.com, and there's a link and a picture that says vote here that you can click on, and you can vote on the prestige class that's going to be coming out in the new content that I will give away for free in perpetuity as a gift to the 5 fans that I have of my work. So um, go check it out. Go vote. The voting is open until 8/11, at which point, anytime during that day, I may just make it not accessible anymore. So go get your votes in now, and we'll see how that goes. Without further ado, Mike.
Thanks, Sean. Let's go ahead and just get right into the City of Illumination. We were in the thick of it. I'll go ahead and quickly go over what happened last week or weeks ago. Ox, the last custodian of the City of Illumination, saw the city limits of Macerna in the distance. The city was getting closer, and people were in danger. Unable to stop the forces at work for now, he noticed Business Simulacrum and Verkadi approach his Crystal Palace and entered. Speaking briefly, Business Simulacrum and Verkadi were teleported to the heart of the city to speak with the Solar. Back within the crater of the Underdark and underneath the Dagnia Islands, the rest of the Sandstormers continued their fight against the Founder, a living Neo Creation Forge and believed to be the original Forge, and also responsible for corrupting their companions, Sterling and Silver. Unfortunately, the enhanced version of Silver found a vulnerable Lorenza, and with one thrust, ended her. The battle raged on, with the Founder and his abominations tipping the balance of power in their favor until time began to slow, and suddenly Jace, the Chronomancer from the Empire, and a large Androsphinx appeared out of thin air. Surprised and relieved to see allies, they would have struck the final blow if not for the timely teleportation of the Founder, presumably back to the city of Macerna. Jace introduced his companion from his secret order, named Yazra. With his help, Lorenzo was restored, but some of her memories were lost and replaced with bits of a new emerging personality, revealing the effects of continuous resurrections in the world of Anzoria. More importantly, both Sterling and Silver were detached from the Founder's proximity and had, for now, returned to the fold. Reunited, but under terrible circumstances, the Warforged trio once again set out to alter their destinies. Jace explained the dire situation to the party of his short time being imprisoned by Prundus and his eventual escape back to Macerna. There, he retrieved his belongings and called for an old friend and created multiple simulacrums to help keep tabs on what was going on in Macerna. Breaking the tenets of his order, they decided it was time to take action rather than to observe a likely and brutal outcome. He revealed the city was under the control of Prundus through the regional favorable drink. Sorry, yeah, city. Iced ales. During his raid with Yazura to retrieve his belongings, he discovered that deep within the old sewers of Macerna must be Prudus's lair, a brewery where he crafted the spiked ales and then transported to all the taverns throughout the city. Worse, he revealed Prunus's vile curse, the ability to consume and absorb a soul to make a perfect clone of himself. Unsure of the number of Prunuses in the city, or in the world for that matter, Jace believed that Prunus, known as Jeffrey currently, is the original and must be destroyed. With the help of his former companion, or his companion Azra, they all teleported to the city of Macerna in front of the guild hall. Immediately, they were all rushed by citizens and guards and decide to split up, with Tav and her party with Narzan storming the Freelancer Hall, sorry, the Fortune Hall. Biz and his group would go out to find and ally or reunite with Galahad and Elder Kia at the Chapel of Habakkuk, while Jason Yazra would link with another simulacrum still alive within the city at the Merry Tortoise, where it all believed, where it all began, where he believes the entrance to the sewers closer to Prunus' lair was located. Suddenly, the looming glass fortress above made its move and arrived directly above the fortune hall of the freelancers. Unable to stop his actions, Ox unleashed a small beam of localized radiant light and fired into the hall, with Tav, Lorenza, Corlox, Givy, and Narzan within the Salvation Egg within. That's where we find ourselves today. Catching up.
Well, so we've all made some choices,
It's been a while.
Yeah. Not great choices.
but choices. All right. Yeah.
Tav, you and your party are bracing yourselves underneath the over-encumbered Salvation Egg as piles and piles of debris, rock, broken tile flooring, tables, partial doors, all start falling above Narzan within the egg. You can feel the intensity of thousands of pounds falling on top of this ancient construct, and around you as they slap and smash and break apart. The sheer magnitude of this destruction can be felt, and the only way you're even envisioning this is through the sound itself, as your eyes, all of your eyes are completely shut, closed, covered by your eyes or by sleeves, as the bright, blinding ray of fire and light is piercing through the ground near you. The beam only lasts a mere few seconds, but for you down in the tower now, as the egg had collapsed, grabbed all of you, and then dropped to safeguard you, creating a canopy over you on a somewhat stable piece of earth, as everything around you falls by chunks. It looks like from a distance, small clumps of dirt with like little pieces of pebbles here and there. But realistically, those are thousands upon thousands of pounds of soil and foundation, all weighing thousands of pounds that could easily crush you if it fell upon you. The amount of losses is staggering as well. As you hear many of the echoes of cries and yelps, as many freelancers and other nearby unfortunate citizens caught in the Ray's destructive area. The light dims, fading into a smaller and smaller beam until it finally fades and dissipates. Um, Now, where there is no light, there is only darkness around you all, as you can still hear many more debris falling deeper and deeper into who knows how deep of a pit this has become. But once things is for certain, as you all sort of peer around the legs and arms of a of the Salvation Egg. There are still some spouts of flame and fire, maybe some torches um, off along the edges of this crater, this sinkhole, as you can sort of see somewhat of a way up following the spiral upwards, but you've all fallen significantly far into the pit. Um, so for you, Tav's group, you need to find a way and figure out while avoiding the dangers that lie within the crater to escape and head out. Your original objective was to find Jeffrey, but that doesn't seem like that's possible as of right now. Right now, escape is the most important thing. However, there are things you can do as well along the way. From here, we'll be going into sort of a narratively driven skills challenge. The players will be both the instigators of the story of what is happening through their actions, along with as reactors, and I will be doing the same thing as the dungeon master. I divided into four different crises, different pathways that the party is going to. So we have one for Tav, we have one for uh, Ox up in the City of Illumination, we have one for Biz, and we have one for the DM NPC I'm playing using right now, with Jace. All of them are going to interconnect, and in between a certain many of turns, certain amount of turns or rounds during this very expanded skills challenge, narrative skill challenge, um, there will be moments where you can all talk to each other, um, as either Jace or Yazra will allow the ability for mass communication between you all, so you can coordinate with each other and update each other on how everything's doing. Um, this is a very expanded skill challenge, so this could take in-game hours or maybe in-game minutes, depending on how things go. Just to let all my players know. So you don't have to rush anything. It's going to take time to get to plates anyways, unless you have means of teleportation constantly or consistently. Um, but I want to reiterate the objectives, and then if there's any other objectives that you all have as the party, feel free to let me know. But I think the main one is to find Prunus's lair, correct? What else is there? Excuse me.
Hmm.
Find Prunus's lair. Find, save Galahad. Find, save Elvikia. Find a way to free Ox and stop the city from blowing everything up in this city. So any other primary goals that you guys can think of that I haven't thought of?
I mean, I no, I mean, I've only got ideas to potentially probably won't work
Well, they
for
could be
finding.
secondary at that point. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
for finding Prundus.
Oh, okay. Well, what ideas are those?
Well, I mean, I am tied to a
Hmm.
magical thingamajig. Um,
100%. Yeah,
like I
sure.
want to know if it has a scan function, like
Okay.
scanning the ground below me to find where the layer might be.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Yeah. That will definitely be a part of your endeavor.
Yay!
Um, but in terms of goals, right? So obviously you're getting out is a big goal, which is what
Yeah.
you made primary. Is there any other primary we can think of that can help in this situation or that you think is important for everybody, for all players?
Not
Not that I
really.
can think of.
Okay. And then here's the secondary goals I have in mind. Uh, Locate lost friends. Um, and then your characters, for the most part, of who you think are still around, but also you have friends and companions in the city still. So find them along the way, I would think is important, but at the same time, maybe you can't really spend that much time. But if you want to, you can as well. Um, Aid other adventuring guilds. There's the Shimmer Mains and some of the other guilds that you're friends with. Maybe they're alive. Maybe they haven't been drinking. The
Hey,
Serpent is
maybe
up.
Ismati is still around.
Yeah. Maybe your companions that left or whatever are still around too. Um,
Whoo.
8 Serpent Guard regiments. They're the more elite from the Rastan kingdoms. They're definitely sober individuals. But you did see some of them looked mad, so maybe not all of them are following their code.
Corruption in the ranks strikes again.
And then maybe the Rasfian people themselves, the metallic skin, they are resistant to most poisons. So if I would believe for your character, it's like, oh, well, maybe they're around because they are leaders, they're quite knowledgeable, they have some magic. But if you need like people who know how to organize, those are your best options with all the people in the city. Because I know you took that class in college or mass organization. You all go there. That's it.
College?
What is college? Um, and then there's others too. Maybe hitting up once again the summoning scroll and just sorry Molchiad, but we're gonna need to pilfer these real quick. So there's a lot of things, and if you need reminders on what the city is, let me know. Obviously the map, you can go to the maps in our Discord to look them up for the city of Macerna. It tells you everything you know. I would actually recommend you have that out for yourself, so you can sort of guide yourselves and see where everything's at. Um, I'll have it up here on Roll20. I don't have it marked, obviously, but I'll have the map on Roll20 as well. I'll be pinging so that everyone can see what's going on. No, I'm not using the chaos version map where it's all flames.
What do you
We're not
mean?
we're not there yet, I would assume. I would assume. We're not
I
there
don't know.
yet.
This is the future.
The future
Just
can
a
be changed.
little bit.
At least the future can be changed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, with that kind of mentality.
Which okay, I gotta find. We're on Broseus.
Yeah, I would recommend using the World Anvil map
Yeah, that's
personally.
what I'm looking at right now. Uh,
Should be in maps. Map time.
oh man, making me look for things. Where's the things? No, I know. I'm actually just on the World Anvil, the Codex thing. I'm trying to find it the
Yeah,
hard
just scroll
way.
down. Just scroll down. You could search it.
Whoa, you're a genius.
Yeah. Yeah.
M Macerna.
It
Nope,
doesn't come
spelled it
up.
wrong. There it
Wow.
is.
You literally enunciate it.
No, I put an A instead of an E. It's
Well, that's your fault.
Mecerna, not
Yes.
Macerna.
Well, it's a dialect accent, okay?
Those are two separate things.
It's a dialect. Okay, well, okay, you're
I'm
right.
so mad at you right now.
You are 100% true. But yes, I said it. Should not have combined. Should have been a period in there or a comma.
Sorry,
For
guys, I
sure.
speak a different dialect accent.
Hey, someone definitely has said that in this world. I can only imagine one person has at least said that besides me.
God, my dog is looking for buried gold. What are you doing, dummy?
So for those on Roll20, the Fortune Hall is right here. That is where Tav's party is at. Biz, you'll be making your way with your group somewhere over here at this intersection when we begin. And I think Mary Taurus isn't too far away. Yeah, Mary Taurus is not too far away as well. So Jace would be on the road over here heading this way. And then Ox is obviously over here as well. As a reminder, Galahard's place, I think, is over here. Is that correct? Oh my man, I'm just making.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, yeah, that is Galahard's place. The Flux Deluxe. And then Elder Kia's. Oops.
It's way up in the corner.
Way up in the corner. Way up over here.
Last stop.
So right here is nothing
Oh.
but flames. What happened?
I don't know. Now it's good. Okay.
Okay.
The grids, there's the grids. I probably do know the actual distances, but I'm gonna keep the grid up to help all of you visualize each round in per se. The squares aren't perfect, and I didn't want to really keep messing with the grid on here for too long. That's not really the focus. But this just helps you of like, okay, there's probably like 4 or 5 phases till we get to whatever, or just help you envision what you're going throughout the city in terms of grids to make the scope smaller, right? Okay. Oh, I'll go ahead and describe the rest of the situations for the party. We'll go ahead and move over to Biz. Biz, how are you guys all running, I'm assuming?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So the trio, the returned, the Great Three, with Riccati are well, Riccati's probably way ahead of all of you. No, Silver and Riccati are way ahead of you. I will give you an updated stat block on Silver, by the way. Did you take a look more at the little additions you can make to Sterling's character sheet?
I did, yeah.
Okay, I know it's a little bit a lot, so let me know if it's too much or whatever. But also,
Yeah,
if you
I
want to
think
just take, yeah, you're only gonna be taking pieces that you need. You're not gonna be needing the whole thing. So,
yeah.
But yeah, as you're all running, you especially trying to keep pace with even Sterling is quite fast and nimble. It's great to see your companions, once again, your friends, your family, but seeing them so different. They feel estranged. They feel distant. And it's not even just the physical forms. You've been through a lot, and so have those two. So you can only imagine what's going through their heads right now, what's going through their minds. But it's good to see that they're reacting the same. They're still somewhat the same, and that they're running for their lives because as you turn around, the city appears above the Fortune Hall. And Sterling even turns around too, um, turns around, pulls his cowboy hat down a little bit further so no one sees it, his face, and you all just hear a sort of what's that sound? It's like a shining, winking sound. It's like in a lot of animes. Um, can't even put my finger on what it's called. Um, but it's just a high pitched note for a split second, and then an eruption, a maelstrom of destructive, forceful power just forces its way through the ground and it quakes the entire city. You can see large, sort of 5 foot waves in the canals. Some of them going over parts of the docks where some of the canoes and some of the boats are. It shakes nearby shack homes and tents and stalls for goods as they fly around. A lot of the citizens who are turning to see you approach as you make your way up towards the what bridge is that? The Bosun Bridge. Obviously, have just been given an instant command and begin to pursue you as well. You see a lot of Jinx demons, those little flying small creatures with hands for hair, as they fly around on patrols. You see packs of 3 to 4 hexhounds, those multi-eyed black and red demonic dogs, patrolling and sniffing their way around the city on high alert as they know that the Sandstormers have returned and are here. As you continue running, you fear for Tav and the rest of the party back at the Fortune Hall, but you know that Narzan, the Salvation Egg's there, and there's no way Narzan could have messed this one up. At least you hope. But right now, you're set in your ways. You're already this far, and finding Galahard's pretty important along with Elder Kia. You begin to think about some of the things that you could, you begin to think of what Galahad, not only herself, has to offer, but her magical armory. And Elder Kia is also a powerful druid, which Ox did inform everybody. She had quite the collection of magic spell scrolls.
And those fancy books that are locked up.
Fancy books as well, tomes. As the city behind you in the distance above the Fortune, now collapsing tower of the Fortune Hall, ends its shining beam onto it. You start to obviously think again. Ox is still in there, and Ox is in danger and is also a threat, which makes it one of your top priorities to stop the city from continuing its destruction. As people are trying to chase you, some of them even grab onto you and you push them away, maybe cast a cantrip here and there. You know that there's going to be a lot of casualties that city is not taken out too. Prundis is definitely a concern, but that city is as well. And hopefully Galahad and Alvakia have some possible solutions to that. For you, Ox, you can see on this holographic sort of green tinted imagery before you as you're sitting throne, your hands clenching, breaking, digging into the marble throne itself as you grind your teeth, blood starting to drip down the side of your mouth. Multiple veins are beginning to pop around the temple area of your head, and your eyes begin to strain with rage as you see the carnage just that you unfortunately had to unleash at the Fortune Hall and the amounts of damage and destruction that you wrought to the area. There are several. The red dots is endless, not just in this region, but in the city itself. But the edict is still clear by Prundis, who has the voice of Jeffrey. Destroy everything. You grit your teeth once more. You can even feel some of your teeth moving, breaking at the amount of strain as you try to resist and try to use whatever you possibly can. Even at this point in your unconscious raging underneath this lens, you try to go through Dagny stories. It's becoming desperate at this point. Like, maybe I really need to look back at these stories.
Son of a bitch.
Something needs to tell me how to get out of this.
I don't even know if she was real.
Yeah, all of these doubts that have just been basically placed forcefully into your psyche, sort of feeling ingrained now because you're beginning to suspect everything because of the nature of the enemy that you face.
Yeah.
But
Ugh.
all through it all, for all of you in your current situations, Tav, as you push nearby rocks and debris away to form some sort of pathway up, you can see that devas begin to float down. You see um, packs of hound archons with shimmering silver swords begin to make their way down as they begin to cut down any surviving guild hall members and citizens, as it seems the Celestials and Coriel's Avengers have arrived. Biz, you see the same thing as more devas begin to descend from the heavens itself onto the city, as large swaths begin to divide and begin to spread out throughout the city. You can hear the howling of hound archons engaging the demonic presences within the city behind you as devas begin to fly above you, wielding those massive um, these immense bazooka laser railguns, laser guns of radiant light, really, and to begin unleashing just rays upon rays of lights onto what you can only imagine as enemies, knowing that you are also amongst those most likely. For you, Aksh, seeing these things all around you and more angels appear, just adds more fuel to the hot, immense fire burning inside you right now.
I
You
do want to
hear,
point out
yeah, what's up?
real quick. It's a slight derailment, but as someone who has cracked a tooth similar to that method, that was visceral and upsetting.
Oh, I'm so sorry. If I had known.
No, it's fine. I just like when you said it, I was like, oh, I know what that feels like, and I hate it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, awesome. Immersion. Trauma too.
The re-traumatization.
The retraumatization. I'm sorry about that. Oxini, though, all of this around you doesn't give you any solace as usual these past few weeks. The voices of Prundas, it becomes a whisper, it becomes like an echo. You're in this chamber and you're only hearing it echo throughout and reverberate throughout this small chamber. Um, you hear the voice outside of Gavria as he stands outside the crystal doors to the Crystal Palace that you're within, demanding entry. Um, he says you need to fulfill his oath and other things to try and make you open the doors, but you do not. You've not been given the order, and you will not. Because outside is a planetar, a couple planetars, and zooming around above the city is no doubt a solar as well. So outside is just danger, big danger, very big
Ah,
danger.
oh no.
Looks like Coriel has come by force, seeing the derailment in his plans, has come to do and deal things with himself, at least with a punitive force. So we'll first start off with Tav, and then we'll transition between each one per phase, and try to keep it all sort of congruent so that everyone gets to participate. I said before that there was a token system. I will go ahead and convert that into like simple rewards, and I will keep a list of that. Those things will come into play when you reach pivotal moments, and you'll know when a pivotal moment comes. And you can use those as basically advantages, so rerolls. Sorry, as advantage on a roll before you do anything. And you can also use them for rerolls. So everything that you do successfully, you'll be rewarded. And there is a system between 1 and 3 you'll earn depending on how interesting, creative, or based on the rolls as well. Like if you do natural 20, you'll get just 3 of these. I'll still call them tokens. How about that? But you can use these tokens during the narrative, and then obviously you're going to use these tokens because these tokens not only represent those kind of rerolls as well, like gameplay, game-wise, mechanically. They can be also used to enhance what is about to happen, sort of like a story additive. Um, so you can spend one of those, for example, and just like, um, a nearby regiment or a nearby company of Serpentine guards are there. I want to use this token to successfully persuade them or to um, garner their attention and embolden them to fight the enemies in front of us. Something like that, right? Where you can just narratively tell me what you want. So those would be pretty important near the end. And also, like I said, you'd want to save a good amount for those in the final encounter with eventual counter with Prundis. And there'll also be other things too. So keep in mind that you want to save a few of these tokens that you earn, but you can spend them during the skills challenge as well. Cool?
Head on.
Cool. So we'll start
Okay.
with Tav. We'll start with Tav. Tav, you're in the crater. There's Davis flying around. Hound Archons are getting in there, but there's also demons of these Jinx demons, these Hex Hounds. You see not too far below you a Chaos Pariah, those massive creatures that shoot beams of red lights or lasers around, emerge and start looking around, engaging the Devas as beams of red light clash with beams of golden light. As a crazy electro show begins in the pit. Actually looks really cool. I'm not gonna.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Anyways, first things first. You're gonna want to try and find a good enough path for all of you. Now, keep in mind you have the Salvation Egg. It is huge, but that doesn't mean being huge in this situation is always good. So you can also use Narzan in these checks. If that is the case, you'll just get advantage. But like I said, not using him isn't always the best in certain times. So, in this instance, Tav, you are looking for stable ground or a clear path or a somewhat path to get out of this pit. You're about 60 to 80 feet below ground at this point. There is a open hole at the top where you can see more of the Fortune Hall falling upon you. So there are hazards. You have the angels who seem to be killing indiscriminately. They are hunting down everybody because they assume that everyone in the city is evil once again, which i.e. probably means you and your familia. 2, falling masses of debris, not just from the top high above, but you also have stuff around you as well, as the ground is very unstable. And then you have the demons, the Jinx demons, as well as any survivors. It is safe to assume that most survivors of the city and the Fortune are probably indoctrinated. But that's up to you if you want to take that chance. So, how do you want to first tackle this challenge, Yanni?
Okay. So this is gonna be tough. Uh, you're about 60 feet down, you said.
Roughly, yeah,
So,
at least.
okay.
Now, there's the pit right next to you. You're on the side of it. The pit itself is about 40 to, I'm sorry, it's about, 40 to 60 feet in diameter as well. It's quite large.
Okay. Did any sewer lines run beneath the Fortune Hall?
Yes, yes. There is a few small pipes, but there's also one large one that did lead to some sort of tank or reservoir below, but that's been completely exposed. And they lead throughout the city too.
Yeah, that's perfect because I want to get out of here with my familia as soon as possible. So we're gonna head for the biggest pipe there is and hope we find a way out of this mess.
Okay. So, what skill were you thinking of using?
Uh, it's the navigation.
It's your navigation. I wish. It's
Survival would
technically
work, wouldn't it?
survival. Yeah, but she's not that good at survival.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm gonna have a +6, so it's not too bad.
It's not too bad. You just don't get your proficiency.
Mm,
The DC is 16, by the way.
ooh, that's great. I was gonna say we can try and do it stealthily, but with the egg, it's pretty hard to do that.
Yeah. Now you can't retract the egg.
I think we're gonna do that and try to stealth.
Like a
Okay.
6th level spell slot, though?
Uh, I only have 5 level
Yeah,
5.
I don't think we can shrink the egg. I think Viz is the only one that
You,
can do that.
you need the thing. It's like a item you need to have.
Okay.
Here's the car. I gotta go. Who has the keys? Guy that just ran away. Damn it.
Okay,
Damn it.
then that changes my plan. Okay,
Damn it.
nice one.
That was a good plan. I'm not gonna lie. That was a really good plan.
Nice one. You see that hole there? Power through
Yes.
it.
You tell
Okay.
Barrel through everything.
All right. So what check is Narzan going to be making?
Strength.
Athletics, I would say.
Yeah, it'd be
Or
athletics. Yeah, so athletics. Okay. Yeah.
Should I roll that?
Yeah, you can roll it. I'll give you advantage because you're technically using Narzan. Are you all riding on top, or is he just going there like head
We're
on
running
first?
behind.
Gotcha. Cool,
Just
cool.
he clears the way and we're coming in
Perfect.
behind him.
Perfect. Okay.
His strength, because he's in the egg, is a +10.
19 plus 10 then. So 29.
29. All right. I just want to describe to you the scene, and then you can go ahead and describe to me how it all unfolds. So, like I said, you're on the outer ring of this immense crater. The pipe you see is just further below you, probably about 20 feet below you, but it's on the other side. It's a large enough for you all, but you're sending Narza in there, so it could be definitely big enough to enter. But you can definitely tell the tunnel is big enough to you to walk standing up, so kudos. There are several demons. There are people clamoring up to get to you. There's Devas flying around with their laser bazookas. There's those Chaos Pariahs that are shooting beams of lasers, not only at the Devas, but at you as well, as they see Narzan. As Narzan inside the Salvation Egg is probably taking effects. So, yeah. How does you and your familia get to the septic tank hole? Septic hole. Don't want to say that.
Okay, Gad. Nice one. You go on ahead. Clear the way for us. We'll be right behind you and we try to keep people from killing you outright. But whatever happens, we're in this together. No one gets left behind. Go team. And Narzan, just is it like 20 feet down on a solid ground? Or solid ground?
So
Or
it
is
is
it a ring around?
So it's on the other side of the crater, along the crater's wall. So it's it's a sheer cliff basically. The only way, think of it, you're gonna have to just jump. You're gonna have to get on top of the egg as it jumps down to it. Climbing down it's gonna be inaccessible, and you'll be exposed to enemy attacks and falling debris. But yeah, it's opening. It's just an opening. There's no terrace or anything below it or ground.
Okay. Then this evasion can jump like hell. So okay, team, get on. We're going to free will it is.
Don't like how that made me feel.
Well, now that you brought it up, yeah, now it makes me feel weird.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We climb on him and hold on for dear life as he runs back and tries to get enough to hit the mark.
Mhm, mhm. All right, make that
Nope.
roll. Oh, you made the roll. So 29.
Yeah.
All right. So you as Narzan is barreling its way, it's making a clear path for you all, so it's an easy follow. People get flown and thrown about, unfortunately. But you can't trust anyone right now. Devils get smashed, or sorry, demons get smashed to nearby walls. A nearby Devo got too close to Narzan and just gets uh, clotheslined and just running across it.
Hell yeah.
Its beam just spins and just makes this circle of light. You point out to Narzan that that's the spot. You got to hit that. And Narzan's like, "All right, get on!" And he starts like he goes on all fours like a freaking like gorilla when it's like going towards you. Um, you all hold on for dear life, holding each other as Narzan's like, "All right, here we go!" And time slows as Devas shoot their bazooka lasers, ricocheting off the powerful armor, thankfully not hitting any of you. Even some nearby Devas try to go and take a swing, but their attacks are just ineffective because he's immune to everything except force and light.
Force and uh s- oh. He's resistant to piercing and slashing, but he's immune to acid, bludgeoning, cold, fire, lightning, necrotic, poison, psychic, and radiant.
So only force, correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And when they hit him with their celestial radiant weapons, they sort of just like ricochet off and they just go flying backwards. Even a few careless Jinx Demon gets the way and they just get splattered like a bug on a windshield. And the egg crosses its arms, smashes into the hole smaller than it, but perfectly for all you all. As you crash into there, he quickly turns around to seal the entrance, and you are all in a narrow tunnel. There are a couple of corpses in this tunnel of unfortunate souls. Looks like normal people, normal folk up above that got caught in the destruction. As you see that there are also large holes from collapsing foundations or the collapsing ground above these pipes, creating openings. But you can see down the tunnel, probably around 40, 50 feet with your dark vision. You have dark vision, right? You're a tiefling. You don't have dark vision.
I have blindside up to
I do have
120
dark vision.
feet.
You do have dark
Oh,
vision.
thank-
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I couldn't
I
remember.
forgot to unmute myself.
No, you're good. I couldn't remember. Because I've been thankful. I think I've been thankful that you're the party that's like, I have dark vision. DM, I have dark vision. Remember this. I think you are though. No, because John Ox doesn't have dark vision.
I think I'm the only one
Uh,
without dark vision.
I think
They
Ox
both
was.
do.
no, I have dark vision.
Oh, that's Sterling. Sorry, it
It's
was
just
Sterling.
Sterling. Yeah,
It was
he's
Sterling.
blind in
All
the
along.
caves.
Yeah, we fought so many caves. So that lays before you, Tav. That definitely counts as a success, and you rolled 39, so that is 3 tokens. I don't know if you guys want to keep track. I'll write it here on roll 20. Just cause to keep track of it as well.
I'll write my notes.
Probably best if everyone wrote it, so we all have the same number. All right. 3 tokens.
All right, notes.
Okay.
Go to the
Oh.
tippity top.
Like I said, it's on roll 20. I have it in
Okay.
big.
There we go.
3.
Cool. All right. We'll go on to everyone else, and then we'll have that momentary communications with everybody, and there we can coordinate what you guys are all doing. So you can all in character as well keep tabs on each other and know where everyone's at. Obviously, you all know where Ox is at, so that's not very hard. But you still have Narzan, who can go on his own too, mind you, Ox. But he can he's
Yeah.
an individual and he has a lot of power within that suit. So
There's no one more qualified to break into Mothian's place.
jeez. So you didn't think about the summoning scroll, did you?
I did not, but
Yeah,
I know the last time we went there, it was locked up tight and magically sealed. So Narson's like, "Try to stop me now!"
pretty much, and I can definitely see it, 100%, which I did see. So we'll go on to Biz. Biz, before you, the road to literally the road to Galahad's Flux Deluxe is long. It is on the other side of the city. You need to get through the tight intersection up ahead, which you know is a very vital choke point if the enemy is trying to hold you back, along with Bosun Bridge, which you're hoping isn't destroyed, since the nearest bridge would be, I think, up north. I think it's slightly closer. Yeah, it's slightly closer. That's the Golzada Bridge. Where the hell's the other bridge at? Uh-oh. It got moved. No, we got deleted. Okay, well, I'll have to put the name back. But yeah, the Golzada Bridge to the north would be the closer one, unless you want to cross it. Like I said, this canal is huge. Um, Probably half the size of the Mississippi River. It's massive. That's why it's well, we never really got into you guys going to the bars all the time and talking with random strangers because a lot of strangers would have told you random stuff about the city. You know, if you go to a small town, they ask you, "Oh,
I
how's the
miss
city like?"
I miss back when we were freelancers.
You are freelance.
Well, we
You could
sure don't
freelance.
act like it.
You could sure, yeah, you sort of do. You freelance everything, like literally. Freelance. Freelance doesn't mean wing it. Oh,
What do you
what?
mean?
What do you mean doesn't? All right. So Biz, there's enemies around you. Dave was flying around. More importantly, the Devas are also supported by what looks like to be a pair of Planetars. Now, the Planetars are actually wielding what looks like to be above them, hovering above them, a large golden sphere. Probably about the size. It's probably like half the size of the Planetar itself. And a Planetar is a large humanoid being. It's a celestial. It's definitely not a humanoid, but it looks humanoid. Um, it's a mix between male and female ones. It's not just specific to one gender, um, to any gender, realistically. They're also androgynous. I'll go ahead and say that. Um, but they have one armed with battle axes on their shoulders. So they're holding it in one hand, and then their other arm is basically holding a golden spirit bomb, just half their size. So if you know what a spirit bomb is from Dragon Ball Z, you're cool. One thing. Two, that's what it looks like. Except he's not saying spirit. He's not doing that.
And he's not begging for the spirit of the nearby planets and whatnot.
Give
Yeah,
him
no.
energy. Yeah, no, he's not.
Yeah, he's just getting it from his god.
He's just getting from the light above everywhere. But he is speaking in Celestial. I don't know. Do you speak Celestial? He's like chanting loudly in Celestial.
I think does Verkad. Let me flip his sheet.
God, he might.
I think Verkadi does.
That's funny.
I think he's ASMR, isn't he?
He is a smart. He's a genius. You picked up a genius street urchin, which is always the
Let's
best.
see.
Street urchin. Always take that background.
Common, Infernal.
Oh,
He speaks Infernal, not Celestial. Shit.
well, darn it. So the Planetar above is holding this, and you, Sterling, Silver, all just see it, and you all have the same idea. That's not good. That's not good at all. As you see it fire multiple beams of light at any target within range, and it has quite the distance. It looks like it could shoot up to 120 to maybe 180 feet in any direction. And you can see it bypass buildings as it's a straight line that just goes around things.
The
You hear the
spirit bomb is cheating.
and you can see it reflect off reflective surfaces, water. It's fine. It's just basically heat seeking to its target. And you can hear the cries of unfortunately indoctrinated citizens, soldiers, and freelancers losing their lives to this terrible, destructive weapon. Like, are these people angels? And you're like, right, like this is crazy. So that's what you see right now. That's really the biggest is avoiding the flying angels. You are in this street corner, so if you're on roll 20, or actually, yeah, if you're on roll 20, You're heading to this intersection where you see a massive battle between Chaos Pariahs and Hexhounds and indoctrinated soldiers and gang members. Many of them that you have seen before, and it's sad to see them in this state as they fight um, as enslaved victims. Um, as they engage the Hound Archons, the Devas, and there's only one Planetar that you see so far flying above you, but you can only imagine the magnitude of bringing this many Solars and stuff like that into the city. Can only imagine. You can only imagine how many more powerful entities have come. As you see, many of them are flying around the city of Illumination that is beginning to turn. You don't know where it's turning yet, but it is turning. So what do you do to avoiding this battle up ahead and getting across the canal? If you need
I
more
think.
descriptions of what's going on, let me know.
Hmm. How s- how many like feet would you say the canal is like wide?
Let me see how wide the Mississippi River is again.
I guess yeah, that's a good question.
Um, I'm gonna say that it is 20 feet. 20 feet wide.
Okay.
Still quite, but also not ridiculously huge as the Mississippi.
So uh Biz will I think they'll all kind of scoot into like some kind of alleyway.
Okay.
And Biz goes, you three are sneaker than I am. I'm gonna turn into like a bug and hide in one of your like hats, and you all just sneak your way to the edge of the river, and I'll teleport us across to the other side. Uh,
Silver looks and he's like, Biz, when did you become so out of the box in your ideas?
Once angels started swarming, I kind of had a because it just forces you to get a little creative.
Fair enough, fair enough. I keep forgetting how much trauma has applied to me and how these things are happening all at once. Right, Sterling?
Yeah, it doesn't really end. Well, I don't. I was just gonna say you used to it, but I really don't think you do. Kind of looks at the city like finishing off shooting a beam onto the city hall or the fortune hall. Because yeah,
Verkati just smirks. He says, "I missed you guys."
but I think Biz will pull out his hands and just kind of shrinks into like a tiny little like I don't know grasshopper and just goes into like Sterling's hat, and I
Okay.
think all of them are just gonna start sneaking away.
All right, Jimmy Cricket.
Yeah, and Biz is just like saying helpful like, okay, be careful here, don't stop, just keep going. Just trying to give advice to Sterling as he's going.
Okay. What skill are you using to get across the canal while avoiding all the enemies in the vicinity?
I think I want to go for stealth
You want to go for stealth?
if I can
Okay.
use Sterling stealth.
You can use Sterling stealth, of course. You can use any of
Okay,
your characters. That's fine.
great. I'll go for that then. It's very good. I crit, so it's a 37.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Describe how you get past all these enemies across the canal.
I think it's literally just like three shadows, just like passing through a bunch of just through alleyways, past streets. Whenever someone walks by, they will like walk with him and then just disappear, just like never really being seen. Uh, and then the moment they get to the like side of the river, Biz turns back into himself, and all three just warp into some alleyway on the other side of the river.
Right. Awesome. As you emerge on the other side of the river across the Bosun Bridge, you can still see that there are many enemies abound. And as you look back, you can see that the angels are indeed winning the ground fight, or at least the ground war itself. But you know damn well that the Hibis corpse is just letting this happen. The more people that are dying, something's amiss. Last time the city was under siege, the demons pressed hard to destroy everything, especially any interference. Seems they're just throwing the people to die. That doesn't sync well with any of you. And Prakati brings it up if no one does. All right. Awesome. That's 3 more tokens. Remember, you can use these tokens to reroll or give yourself advantage. I did post it on Roll20. So now you guys have 6 because you definitely critted. So there you go. Bam. Good shit. All right. So roughly during these first phases, an hour will pass in between. So we'll go to Ox. Ox, clutching your fist onto the marble throne. You feel a stomach ache. No.
Oh, good. Diarrhea.
So, for you, Ox, what are some ideas right now?
So,
I know you brought one up earlier.
Yeah, so far he has noticed that for whatever reason, Prundus is either highly distracted or can only hear him when he talks out loud. So if he's
Sure.
thinking with the machine part of it, the quote unquote machine, the city, he's so what he wants to do is be like, look, I need to find where the hideout for Prundus most likely is, right? So I want to scan the entire city to find underground nooks and crannies because this dude's not going to be above ground. Like that would be stupid for him.
Okay.
Or if it can find a convergence where a large amount of magic is being gathered, based on the fact that I do know that this is a ritual of some sort. Because he did gloat quite a bit and tell me everything.
Oh yeah, 100%. Typical villain stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so what skills checks were you thinking of using?
Since I am utilizing the control panel and doing all that stuff, perception while I'm kind of scanning the screens, being like, okay, how do I turn down this button so it doesn't do as much next time? And how long does it take to charge? I'm also kind of like scanning the control panel to see, like, I see all these dots, but is there a concentration under the dots and stuff like that?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You can use perception. You don't know how to use or operate the system, but you'll do whatever you can to find anything on there. So yeah, you can use perception.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would assume that I'd be asking questions of the Celestial. Be like, hey, what's this
Yeah.
button do?
Oh yeah. You can ask the Solar.
The Solar will be like, hey, man, I need help here. I'm trying to do good.
Yeah. Sounds
All
good.
right, here we go. Watch this be the shit roll that we have to use one of our tokens for.
Your words, not mine.
Yep.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, look at that. One of them tokens is gone, guys.
All right, here's the
17.
token. 17.
Yeah.
17, you pass. So DC 16.
Okay. Yeah, the first one was 10. So I was like, that's not going to pass.
All right, cool. So, first we'll go into explaining how you are doing it, and then you can use that token to like create like a little additive to it as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So while I am doing the bidding of the one who controls my body right now,
Sure.
I am sitting in front of the console, tapping buttons and going, I hope this works. I hope this works. I hope. Oh, what's that? Okay. Do. And like it, he's obviously being an idiot, so he's hitting buttons at the same time that he knows aren't going to do anything as he's talking to the Celestial in the back of his head, being like,
Yeah.
hey, how do I do a scan of the city? I want to find underground stuff. And try or magic convergence. I need to know where to aim this thing to open up the top half of this dude's lair. And then using that, I actually direct the city after that towards that direction.
Okay.
And then I hit a button, then I have to hit the escape key to go back and try it again. That was
Okay.
the token.
Yeah, that's great. It's like, oh shit, look that way. Yes, nice. He didn't see me. But first things first, there are multiple signatures where magic is strong and resonates from. One of which is below you, and you can only imagine. No, it's because of the energy I left behind.
I did that.
There's another one which looks like to be the Summoning Scroll. There's another one, the Flux Deluxe, the Temple of Habakkuk, the Radiant Keep,
Hmm.
the Shimmermane's Guild Hall,
Mm.
the vacant Guild Hall that was once for the Solar Brawlers, which is strange because it was supposed to be abandoned. The Shurta Station is also registering powerful magic. The Aga's Mansion. And all the way on the other side is uh the Thirst, the local nightclub. The one that you didn't get a chance to go in.
It's fair.
All of them are registering about the similar levels of magical concentration.
Mhm.
Oh, there it is. Samatov Bridge is right there. I was like, why did it get moved? All right, sorry.
Cool. Where is the point where they converge?
Point of convergence. What is converging?
So where they all the lines cross into a single
Oh,
point.
going to a single point. Gotcha. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Would be. Oh, what's this? The bathhouse to the south. Oh no, sorry, I'm an idiot. That would be the summoning scroll.
Converges right on top of the summoning scroll.
It's the closest. I would say that
The-
it's in the river. It's in the canal mostly, but it's the nearest location where there's magical resonance that's profound enough would be the summoning scroll.
Okay.
But that's what
Uh,
your perception brings out.
okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna start going along the way. I'm gonna direct the city to go to the next closest point of magical. So maybe I can drill down in there and interrupt whatever it is.
You're going to the summoning scroll?
Not the summoning scroll. So if
Oh,
I'm
the
over by
nearest one?
the nearest
Yeah.
one would have been, I think it was at the Shimmermains.
It's the abandoned guild house is the nearest one.
Okay, I'm gonna go
The
over the
vacant guild
abandoned
hall.
the vacant guild hall then.
Cool. All right. You turn the city and you begin making your way northwest. Um, as you're passing by, um, you see more and more devas and angelic or Hound Archons appear. You've probably seen about 500 or so Hound Archons, at least five Planetars armed with that weird glowing bouncy ball in their hand. You think it's a
Hmm.
bouncy ball, but the
Yeah,
reflection of the light makes it seem different.
that's a danger
Um,
ball.
you did see. It's a danger ball.
Um, I, mm, I don't know what the Celestials capable of. Um, but as I'm journeying,
Yeah.
journeying, I'm journeying over there.
I'm jury rigging this.
I am gonna be like, can you communicate that to my friends down below? The points of
Oh yeah, yeah,
magical
yeah.
concentration.
Um, let's see. Is this can the heart actually do that? I just posted an image of the Solar that's outside. He is armed with a magnificent longbow, and it basically is a ballista.
Oh,
So he's up there just destroying homes with one golden radiant shot every time.
ooh, and if he can't communicate with my friends, maybe communicate with your brethren where to focus their attack.
Sure. Um, okay. And I need to roll for Jace as well. Jace is
Yay!
going through his thing.
I'm
Um,
just adding little circles to the things I've blown up. Like I made a splody there. There's gonna be another splody over here. Help me, Lord Pocahontas.
Lord Pocahontas, help me, Tom Cruise.
Help me, Tom Cruise. Lord Pocahontas. 6 pound down to baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus,
Help me.
help me. He's the devil.
I
Man.
mean, at
All
this
right.
point, Ox would accept help from the people.
Hmm. All right. Okay, I gotta make my roll. So Jason's gonna do this. He's gonna go roll this. I'll roll this, and I'll roll that, and then I'll roll this, and I roll that.
And rollings have happened.
Oh, two, definitely. Hell yeah. And that is a +2. 7 tokens. All right. At the end of the first phase, everybody gets to communicate with each other, and that's sort of how the Solar is doing it. He opens a clear channel between you in a group telepathic call as Biz, you're on the other side of the corner, seeking refuge under some buildings, still avoiding enemies, figuring out how to get to where next. Tav, you're still going through the tunnels with your group. Where is Narzan? How is he staying behind or what is he doing?
If he
Narzan,
can't get through the tunnels, he leaves
Yeah.
the egg.
what? He'll make a
He
hole.
he can't make a hole through the tunnel. With That's not how it works.
I need a decision. What is Narzan
He
doing?
leaves the egg behind because he is more important than the egg.
I mean,
What
I don't know. I
John,
mean,
what
Narzan's not gonna
He's
willingly
your-
leave that thing
at the end
behind
of
where
the
it can
day-
be accessed.
At the end of the day, John's still the NPC for him. So what is Narzan doing, John?
If Narzan
He'll hear Tav. He'll hear Tav out.
okay, he'll hear. Okay, so his idea is like, look, maybe I can't make it through this tunnel, but maybe I can make it through the ground above us. I can jump real good. I can punch holes in things, and this thing we're absolutely gonna need.
So you want him to go back? You want him to go? You want him to escape through the hole that you guys like the crater?
I mean, he has the strength and the ability to move stuff out of the way and get out the way that they didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not asking. I know he does. I'm just asking. That's what you want to do.
Uh, that way it allows for Tav and family to be more stealthy.
Sure. Yeah. That's totally fine. I'm just asking. If that's what Narzan's doing.
And Narzan looks at him and goes, besides, I've got to go break into a stash. I'm gonna get you guys some good stuff.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna say that
fine.
the telepathic it speaks to everyone, so everyone can hear it. So you all would have heard the Solar says, "Sand swimmers, it is I, the heart of the city. Oxes told me to inform you all of the current situation. There are multiple places of magical resonance, profound magical resonances. Ox believes that Prunus's lair could be near any of those. We are heading to the abandoned guild hall. I will tell you now, unless something can be done to stop Ox from being further controlled, he will glass this entire city. Furthermore, I cannot speak or negotiate with my kin outside. I warn you now, the Celestials are not our allies. And Narzan, Ox tells me to tell you to go and raid the summoning scroll of Molshiad. And you all hear this.
We're already kind of there. And
I'm just saying.
Narzan's like,
so Tav knows
yeah.
what Narzan's true plan is. Okay. Well, unfortunately, like I said, yeah, it is his an NPC. You call out to him, obviously, but Narzan's like, I'll catch you later. Oof.
Goose jumper.
Okay. So you guys can communicate with each other in this current time and figure out a plan. So I'll let you go from there. And I'll have Jay speak last, but he can if you want to ask some questions, go ahead.
Sure. The only thing that Ox says is, I'm gonna glass this place.
What? You almost killed me. How dare you?
Okay, you are alive. Good to know.
Yeah,
I-
by a miracle.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
did
honest
see a
with you. This
beam
is
go off
anything
where
but a
you were.
miracle.
I'm in the sewers right now. Narzan just left me here with my people, so I'm fine. But I'm going to try to find something down here. Which way was the energy signature? Towards the...
The closest signature is the vacant guild hall to you. There's God, he made a whole list. I know that one is near Narzan or Molshiad's shop. Well, that's the convergence. The oh, what is it? It's not the question. It's a different pub or tavern that we didn't go to. Was it the no, it wasn't the Running Star. Why are there two questions on the
Yeah, I was
map?
was gonna say that there's two to the question.
There's one on the
East and one on the
east.
west.
Yeah, there's East Coast, West Coast questions.
That's a lot of questions.
It's two questions.
There's
And
two
that's a lot.
questions.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
looking. Yeah.
yeah, because the question, the original question. Oh, actually, the one on the right, it shouldn't exist.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
It's
And
just a
edit
chain
that.
now.
It's a
It's
chain.
it's a chain now.
They're expanding.
Yeah, one right should
The
exist.
Shimmermane's Guild Hall was another one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's mostly on the left side, I think.
Yeah, I think my plan sort of is maybe stop at Summoning Scroll, go up to Flux Deluxe, and then like go left. Maybe stop at the Federation building and see if I can get I'm forgetting her name. Shit.
Galahad.
No,
no,
not
she's sitting
Galahad.
here Narbanu, but Narbanu and the fleet.
Nobody. Oh, she's not
Narbanu
here,
and
isn't
Oh,
she? But
no, yeah,
the
the fleet's out in the tank.
they're all
Yeah,
gone, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tornatals.
the
Yeah, they're all
Temple
out.
of
Oh, there we
Nobody out.
go. Okay, so we got ooh. So the Flux Deluxe is one of the points?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Summoning Scroll.
Okay. All right.
So I'm
So
probably gonna stop
there's
at both of those just to see what's
the
going
Radiant
on.
Keep, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to head north and see if I can find something in the sewers.
It also might be worthwhile to stop the Abbey of Ovison if any of Corlox's people is still there.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, that's on your way, I think.
Yeah.
Might hit that on the way back because I want to try to get to the temple as soon as possible.
Which is she's all the way out here. The Temple of
Just all the way
Habakkuk.
at the top.
So in that case, you should probably hit Flux Deluxe and then go straight for the temple. And then
That's
if
what I'm
yeah, okay. Because
Like-
we already know that Narzan going straight for the summoning scroll.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll probably go to Flex Lux, hit the temple, come back down to the Abbey, and then maybe go to the Flux or the Summoning Scroll if there's
Yeah.
anything else worthwhile there after you raid it.
Yeah.
Jace will chime in and says, you can hear him like out of breath, like he's engaging in something. He tells you that there's a lot of resistance here at the Merry Tortoise as he's fighting outside of the tavern. He says that there's a lot of corrupted Warforged over here. And this is at the Merry Tortoise.
Merry Tortoise.
Bottom
Ah,
left.
there it is. It is, yeah. It's right on the way to the vacant guild hall.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Please don't try to glass me again, Ox.
Yeah, can you please avoid the places we're talking about right now? That way we don't get beamed.
No
Try to
response
stick to
from
the
Ox.
right side. If
I
you
assume
stick to the right side of
Ox
the
isn't
city, we're
responding
good.
directly. Like he can only like do things back and forth between the Solar.
Well, this is telepathically, but then again, you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah,
That's up to you. It's up to
he for
you.
the most part is kind of keeping out of it because he assumes the more attention he draws to himself, or if there's any communication known, that Prundis may pay closer attention because it's a strategy. So he doesn't say anything.
So
He
Rick,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's just Narzan being like, yeah, what she said.
Riccati is going to chime in and says, "So we don't know what's going on with Jeffrey, if he's even alive or if he's even there. We have friends in the city too. We should probably see if we can find them along the way besides Galahad and Elder Kia. But I also want to point out, what's our plan with Ox? He's obviously a threat to everyone here. We need to figure out a way. Is there any ideas that we have to freeing Ox? At least this getting him away from the city, at least."
If I can get Diamond Dust, I can remove that curse if I can get back up to him. If push comes to shove, I can forcefully move everyone to one place. It'll take a toll on me, but
What do you mean, move to one place?
I can just sort of wish everyone to be together
Oh,
and
I see. My bad.
no longer cursed. And then we'd be all gathered up so we could maybe actually make a plan of some kind in person. But I think that's maybe should be a last resort, not our plan.
Yeah, because Riccati, like you said, Riccati and even Corlax chimes in. She's like, "Look, Ox needs. We need." She's like, "Maybe if we can get to the Ogason, I can talk to some people. There are some tomes there that we store for safekeeping." She says, "Just also not just Ogason, but I am a servant of Itare, so we're a very secretive order, and there's definitely a vault down there with some magical scrolls and tomes that I can borrow, but I need to get there. Um, I don't know the tunnels to their Tav, but I think it'd be worth it. Maybe we can find a way to free Ox as well, without resorting, since we're all far apart. Then again, raiding the summoning scroll, or even asking Galahad and Kia, Elder Kia, if there's anything they could do to at least remove him from the city, would be also pretty important."
If I can, yeah, it's just about getting up there and within range to stop him before he teleports us back down here.
Narzan chimes in. "I can catapult all of you. It's so
Okay,
simple, guys."
interesting
No,
idea.
thank you.
We'll
All
keep it
right,
on
well, I
the
won't
the
chime in
back
next
burner.
time. Okay, right. You just won't chime in next time.
Running towards the summoning school.
Just smashing Hound Archons outside. Fine. Don't ask me for advice. Smash these angels up.
But I imagine he thinks he's saying it out loud, but it's in his head, so they're hearing it.
That's exactly it. Yeah. All right. So Tav, you're going to head north still. Where are you heading directly again, sorry?
I'm just heading north right now, just to
Okay.
see if I can find something on the way to the
Perfect.
summoning scroll or something like that.
Okay, so
or-
you're making your way towards the summoning scroll at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Biz, you're gonna stop at the summoning scroll and then hit Galahad's.
I think so.
Okay.
Just to check it out and see what's going on.
All right. Narzan's heading straight to the summoning scroll. Ox is heading towards the vacant guild hall. Jace is still fighting over the Meritorious. Okay, sounds good. All right, we move on to, we're gonna be doing 2 rounds at a time this time. So we'll start off with Tev. I need to change some things because didn't think you were actually gonna go with the sewers. I thought about it. I was like, maybe she won't. She probably won't. She'll probably be too focused on, but no.
I'll give it against sewers. I love the sewers. My child is from there.
Child from the sewers.
My child was born in the sewers.
Oh, Steven.
I was born in the darkness. You only were in it.
I ate nothing but healing balm to keep me sustained.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like already a beginning of a horror story. Already. So,
What has this game been?
yeah, that's true. I love it. I love it. So, Tef, before you in the sewers, you go on for another after casually walking for 5 minutes, having a conversation with everybody, the connection, you sort of feel the connection sort of disappear. It's like a little numbing feeling in the back of your head, and that disappears knowing that the connection is no longer in use right now. You don't know if you can operate it like from you to them. It doesn't seem like it, so you're gonna have to wait till the next time this solar opens connection again. Until then, in the darkness, you make your way and follow the destroyed tunnel path. And it's like an ancient sewer system, so it's all like cobblestone with brick built tunnels. They have eroded granite steps along the sides, and just the disgusting smell of well of the sewers, along with some of the floating bodies from above. There are some collapsed areas, but you can navigate through them. But for right now, you're going to need to find a way, navigate through the tunnels to find a suitable location to maybe point you in the right direction towards the summoning scroll. So, how are you going to approach that?
Well, that's a very good question. I, I
If only my son were here, he would know.
he would know exactly where to go.
Which brings into little memories for Tad, where it's like you miss Steven, you miss everybody. Um, with your passive perception, because there's small little like smaller tunnels, smaller pipes that maybe like someone who's like small and thin, like Lorenza or Givy, because he's a really lengthy man, could crawl through. Um, you do see that there are a couple of glowing green rats, and it's not unnormal for rats to be glowing in the sewers of Mercerna, now that you look back. But these rats have glowing red eyes, and they seem to be not like acting like rats. They seem to be acting like sentries.
Sentries for what? Are they looking at me?
So they're all
Or
scattered
us?
throughout. Yeah, so it looks like they're looking at you, but then they turn their gaze and pretend to act like rats scurrying around. But you can easily tell that they're hanging around as you continue down this large sewer tunnel. I'm assuming all of you are on one side of the tunnel.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
think so.
But yeah, these rats are scattered above you, below you, ahead of you. And when you get closer, they scurry away into a nearby small hole or pipe and disappear. But the weird thing is, they're not squeaking. They're
Ooh.
not squeaking.
They're not squeaking. Okay.
Squeaky, squeakums.
Okay.
None of that.
I think there's something up with it. I don't really know exactly what, but I think there's something to do with I forgot his name,
Rhodus?
the big bad, Prunus. I'm just gonna continue walking for a bit to see if there's more or less rats.
Doesn't change. It typically is around 4 to 5 in the nearby vicinity that's sticking around to watch you see where you're going. And then once you get past them, those disappear, but you always find a few more to fill the gaps to continue to have 4 or 5 always watching you every certain point you're walking. But the challenge is you need to find your way out, find a way towards Summit School, right? So how you doing?
Yeah.
How you
Okay.
doing that? What skill are you using?
Okay, okay. I don't have anything to like. I don't have a compass for the most part.
Mhm.
That's the worst part. I have a lot of other stuff, but not a compass. Who doesn't
Right.
have a compass in this?
Yeah, but I don't think it was ever used. Realistically, I don't even think you used when you guys were sailing that ship along the coastline.
Why
No.
we hit the
That's
coastline.
why you hit the coastline.
I think even if we had a compass, Sterling wouldn't be able to see it in the pitch black, so it doesn't
Yeah,
really
and he was the
matter.
one driving the ship, man. I can't believe that. Oh man, good
That's what I
times.
want. I want a new ship. That's my end game.
Stop. Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. I mean, hey,
Well, our like
the
fourth
casino
ship,
boat is still a possibility. The
Yes.
casino
that's the
martial
end
art
game,
boat
right?
is still a possibility.
We're gonna have a cruise ship, and it's just gonna be casinos, and other
Martial
floors
arts.
are just like martial arts.
It's a cruise ship. It's a cruise liner. That's all it is. You guys are literally starting the first cruise liner in Anzoria.
Hell yeah.
You swam the sands, now sail the seas with Sand Swimmer 4.
The Sea Walker.
Oh no, the Sea Awakening.
The Awakening.
The Sea Awakening. The Wickening on the seas. Great ship name, by the way.
The Wickening.
The Wickening on the seas. That's the ship name.
We just call it the Parabellum and say nothing.
Oh my god. Welcome to the Parabellum, the cruise liner of your dreams.
We
Parabellum,
only accept a certain type of coin on this boat.
9mm Parabellum rounds is what we accept as currency. We accept ammunition. We are a revolutionary activist group. We are.
Jesus Christ. All right. Tab, what the hell are you doing?
I don't really have anything. I'm
Oh.
gonna rely on my intelligence.
Okay, remember you still have the
To-
tokens, so you can give yourself advantage.
Yeah. But to know from which way we went into the tunnels and which way we turned,
So you're doing an investigation.
yeah, to approximate which way we're going and
Okay.
how long.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll this investigation with advantage because you're gonna.
Are you using a token?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a nat 20, so 27.
Well, would you look at that?
Yay!
So that
I'm
6
pissed.
goes back up to a 9. I'm pissed. All right. So how's the investigation go? And it doesn't have to be you. It could be your entire party helping along.
Yeah, I turn back to my party and I just say, "We don't have a compass. We're gonna die down here." This glowing rats. It's just perfect. But we are smart people. Do
What?
anybody remember which angle we came into the tunnels? Which way we were facing? It's the west, right? Okay. So then if we follow this path, we will head north. Good job, team. Continue forward.
Did you just interrogate your team for answers?
Yes.
More like
Sometimes you
interrogation
have to
than
do it.
investigation. Okay. You spend the greater part about 30 minutes as you and your party at first don't know the actual direction. The tunnels begin to wind and turn. The more centralized you get to the city, as it seems, and that's what helps you point you in the right direction. Now there are several large tunnels that you get to choose from. There's a north, an east, and a north and east, and a northeast path. The rest of them are very small, and you have to crawl on them. But I will say down those smaller paths, you'll see more rats. The 3 main paths that are big enough for you to go and they lead towards north and lead towards what most likely would be the summer school, at least the canal. There are not any of those rats, but the rats are in those smaller offshoot tunnels that you would probably not
Okay.
be taking. Just letting you know.
I'm
So as you begin to make your way down the big tunnels, you'll stop and you can think about it.
oh god, I'm so curious about this rat. Oh god. I want to know more.
Would you like to send a companion down there on their own?
Oh god.
I'm just kidding. you don't have to do that.
No risk,
No.
no reward.
We're sticking together. I don't care about the rats. We're moving forward. I'm not risking anyone in this team anymore. We will all make it through this alive.
Okay. But as you make your way further down, go ahead and quickly make a perception check for me. Oh no, sorry, you don't need to. I'll use your passive perception. You and half your party can smell a strong whiff of alcohol coming down from those paths.
From pets with
booze.
rats?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Rats are brewing the beer.
Steven knew the whole time. It said nothing. Betrayal.
Okay, so just Lorenzo Givy are gonna be able to fit through.
Yeah,
those
they're the
pets.
smallest. Not saying that you're not small, Tav. You have a great body. It's just you're not
No.
that small.
Yeah. Okay. Givy,
Shit.
just go and just a quick check to see if there's anything there. I think it's when I made the iced ales, but just to be sure, can you please check and don't die?
Okay. So for this, okay. For this one, are you waiting or are you continuing on?
We're waiting for him.
Okay. So Givy's the one going?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
so
don't
we-
trust Lorenzo to do this.
That's fine. So this would be the second part to the skills challenge. The next
Jesus.
round. So I agree. I agree.
You're my
So-
worst child.
In this pretty much in this challenge, Givy is going to investigate. He's gonna have to go a little bit of ways down, so there's gonna be some challenges. So as Givy approaches those tunnels, those rats still look on him, and as he approaches them, they begin to retreat further into those pipes. And as soon as Givy starts to climb in, he sees down further, they begin to retreat further and further away. And that's when he starts hearing them squeak amongst each other. And as Givy crawls closer and closer, he begins to hear them, and they're squeaking amongst each other, but they're squeaking as if they're having a conversation, like a humanistic conversation, which is very foreboding. With what is Givy doing in terms of skill check wise? So is he investigating? Is he stealthing? Is he perceiving?
I think
Athletics or stealth? Sorry, was it?
I think perception, just to see everything.
Okay.
It's a +9, so let's.
Would you like to use the token?
No, it's 18.
18. The DC is 18 currently right now. So you do pass.
Yay!
So yeah, sorry to reiterate, since we're doing 2 rounds, it's gonna go up by each one. So 17 and then 18. It takes 5 minutes for Givy to get down this pipe, and it's rather tight because eventually he has to go from crawling to full prone as he has to sort of sneak his way through the tunnel like he's I hate to say it, like he's cave diving. Okay, he's going through these very tight pipes, but he sort of can contort himself. He is very skinny, very lean, and as he does so, he emerges into a very somewhat complex reservoir with multiple pipes leading everywhere. But with that perception check, he darts around the shadows, using his natural affinity to hide and to stealth around as best as he can. But he can tell that there are some rats that can see him, that can catch him. There's a lot of them, and there's also a lot of positions and places where he can't see, even with the rats glowing. Furthermore, they're having more interesting conversations. They're squeaking in like commands and mantras. There's several of them following you and then tailing away just to go and meet up with you somewhere else where you didn't expect it. From his perceptions, he sees that, but the real curious thing is that there are some people, like citizens in drabby, wrecked clothing. They look like they have some sort of like some like dark, sinister obsidian collar around them. There is abyssal script on it, and unfortunately, oh no, this is not Verkati, this is Gibby. Gibby doesn't speak any other language, does he?
No.
Okay. But he can tell that it's fiendish in nature. It's disturbing. But in this reservoir, so it's like a giant basin, and there's multiple smaller pipes along with those normal size pipe or tunnel entrances that goes around this basin. This sort of large reservoir where many pipes throughout the city sort of converge into this basin, and then it drops deeper below into a giant septic tank, which then gets pumped to the oceans. Because that's how we do it here in this.
Jesus.
Oh, don't worry, we mix it with some fresh water and stuff. It's cool.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's cool. We're saving money for the city's festivals. All right. There are people in here, and they look like to be like workers, but you can sort of tell that they're people that live here, but they look like they're enslaved and they're working. Looks like they are cleaning up after the rats. Like the rats are pooping and then they pick it up. So it's like, what the heck? You see that there is a small makeshift wooden door that's been carved into the stone blocks, the stone block wall of this ancient sewer system. And you can see them that they're just picking up poop and they're going into that room and closing the door. It doesn't seem to be locked or anything. And so Givy goes to investigate. Givy goes and moves forward. The profound smell of alcohol is apparent. And as he approaches the door, there are several rats nearby, and he has to risk it. He needs to see what's over here before he makes his way back to you. And as soon as he opens the door, he sees down further the hall. It's like a little ramp that leads down. Not too much of a decline. Incline, decline, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Don't know why I had to just do that.
Left,
and a decline,
right.
left, right, up, down. There is a small entrance to a room, and from what he sees, there is these large, cylindrical glass pots, glass tubes that hold full people inside this green and auburn, like ale looking liquid. And you can see a merchant from a stall that Givy remembers going to. He sees a ramen stall guy that's in there too, and he sees one of the people looking at this person. So one of the people that has the collars around him looks like to be like a what is it called? What do they call? What do they call? What do they call? A town crier, right? He delivers the news at certain intersections throughout the city, and that person was picking up poop just moments ago, and you see him look up at this large glass tank of himself inside this, and he just looks at it. He doesn't really know what he's looking at, but he just looks at it and then continues on. You see that he goes down further and further, and there's just even more glass tanks of people. And Gibby begins to realize that there are other people. They're like, it's like there's clones of people. Or are these the real people? So all these people are fake. Who's fake and who's real? So that's what
Oh
Gibby says.
God. He's gonna pull out his sending stone that he has to me and relay the information that he has found that there's clones here, or the real people are here.
As Gibby pulls that message down, he starts speaking to you. He doesn't notice it yet, but at the last minute, he sees that there are a lot of those rats gathering around his vicinity, and they begin to stand up on their two legs, and they all begin to hum, creating this crescendo in this reservoir. And Gibby's just like, Tev, I gotta go. All right. 2 successes. You just passed, I think, so I think we're at 9.
Yeah.
Awesome. So now we move on to Ox or Biz, whoever wants to go next.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, sure. I think we kind of the same plan, which is this swimming scroll. So
I thought you were gonna go up and hit Flux Deluxe and then head to Habakkuk first.
I want to take a peek just to see if there's like
Okay.
something in the way. That way, if I can like, if there's like something I need to like dispel, I can do it for you. And then I figured that way you don't have to try to punch through any wizard shenanigans.
So who's going?
Roman is.
Okay. All right, Rowan. So you're on the other side. I'm gonna say that if you're on roll 20, you're like right across the Bosun Bridge, which there is a heavy concentration of angels there after they defeated the nearby enemies. The Planetar above is now leaving, and he's heading what looks like to be west or east. He's making his way down the canal. If you peek over past the tent, you can see that the Flux Deluxe is vacant there. There's no one that you can see from this distance or from this angle, and there's one nearby.
Can I see that there's any like wards or I feel like I remember there being like some kind of shield he had up before.
Mhm, mhm.
Is anything like that up right now?
Correct. It still is up. It is a faint shimmering field around the Flux Deluxe. And you can sense it to be a very powerful magical ward.
Uh I'm gonna try to dispel it.
Okay. What's the range of the spell?
I think it's 60 feet. Let me check.
Okay. So as you get closer to cast the spell, that's when you see around the corner a large
Okay.
column of indoctrinated citizens, chaos pariahs, those large hulking demons, several groups of hexhounds, and a floating humanoid creature with skeletal features, including skeletal sort of bull horns, and it wields a wicked staff of crescent cosmic aesthetics. It also has a hanging uh sand. I can't even think of what it's called. I'll just go with this picture, the reference of what it was. It looks like a new form of demon of the Hippos corpse of Bataya. And you could see that it's commanding this column of indoctrinated people, forcing it to throw itself at the shield to test out its defenses. One of the unfortunate, looks like to be a soldier from the Marines, thrust himself upon the shimmering shield and begin to burn as the defenses activate. But as he screams in pain, he is compelled to stay there as the entity hovers above him about 5 feet, investigating and trying to understand its defenses by sacrificing and hurting people. So as you're about to cast it, you see that.
So probably don't want to drop the defenses then. Uh Maybe I just leave that for Narzan to deal with. He's the one with the egg. He's gonna have a better time with this.
Okay.
Can you not
Yeah.
banish stuff?
I mean, I don't have banishment, I don't think.
Oh,
I think right
but
now all the people as well, the Warforged are the most exposed. And right now they're still sort of stealthy.
mhm.
Yeah. I think the only way I could really deal with this situation is just by like killing them. I feel like it's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
yeah, unless it's I don't have like if there's a way I could like leave like I don't have the spell for it, but like put some kind of like delayed dispel magic so like Narzan could activate it and then when he gets here instead.
I mean, if if there was a way to make dispel a ritual spell, maybe.
Yeah.
But unfortunately not.
I'm thinking what's it called? There's a spell to like put it into a rune on the ground and
Yeah.
like
Talking
when it's
about
done it
delayed
will release a
blast
spell.
fireball?
No, there's another one that lets you do
No.
with any spell
Hmm.
as long as you have it. Yeah. So
Oh.
I think I'm just gonna let Narzan deal with that. I don't think I'll just stick to the plan. I'll just start heading towards the Flex Deluxe.
Okay. So continuing on to the Flux Deluxe, there are still enemies abound as normal. You find that as you make your way, you are free the Planetar, but another Planetar from the north arrives, and you can see that there's another Planetar. There's two Planetars converging on the Flux Deluxe as like you. Up ahead, the battle is actually more intense as Hound Archons and Devas flying above and on the ground with their large golden maces engage in very, very brutal house to house combat in the alleyways, outside homes, inside stores, and makeshift stalls.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you can hear me now?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay, cool. So there are enemies abound, and you have two Planetars once again. Um, the skills challenge is pretty much at the same parameters. You have many enemies abound. How do you want to maneuver through all this chaos?
I think I want to just try to make a really big distraction. So I think I'm just going to basically, I think if I can just get like the attention of both the hounds and the angels, I'm just gonna like basically just throw it like what do I have that could just be like an explosion? Can I just turn like some bug into like a T-Rex and just start have it running through the streets?
Okay, yeah, sure.
I think I'm just gonna use
What's
that as like
what skills challenge were you? What skill do you think you're using as well to help with that?
I guess deception on Biz.
Oh, down for that. All right, are you using any tokens now?
Do I have to declare it before I roll?
You have to declare if you're going to use it as an advantage, but you can also use it after you roll as a reroll. So
I'll hold on to
no,
it then.
technically not. Okay. The DC is for this one is 17.
Okay. Wow. I'm rolling like crazy today. It's another crit. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a 31.
31. Sure. All right. Explain. Show us how
So I think
it all unfolds.
yeah. Biz just kind of on one of the creatures just like a like some kind of like beetle or something. He just holds it out in his hand and this like golden like light wraps around it and just begins to just grow into this giant T-Rex. He just like slaps his ass and just starts running through the streets and just like he just tramples over some of the demons, like knocks the angels out of the air and just starts running in the opposite direction as all of them just start running towards the Flux Deluxe.
Awesome. Awesome. All right.
Go
As
get him,
you
Tiger.
Yeah, it causes mass hysteria within the ranks of the angels. But unlike the demons who are completely scattered, including the or yeah, unlike the celestials, the demons and the indoctrinated people scatter out of fear at first. Even though they are compelled to do it, they also it seems like they also aren't always controlled at the same time. It starts to be given direct orders here and there they're sort of like reminders to them, like, hey, remember to do this. So in that instance, when they're doing it, they're not sort of under that control. But anyways, T-Rex plows through all of them, unfortunately killing a few of the indoctrinated people. Um, there are also cultists that get trampled over, as well as demons that no longer exist in this plane anymore. But as it makes its way back towards the Bosun Bridge, most of the Devas um, make their way to follow it to probably put it down because it's more chaos. But the Hound Archons are ordered as above. The Planetars are unfazed by the T-Rex. They bark celestial orders to the Hound Archons. You can see they tell them to press the attack towards the Flux Deluxe. Following suit behind the Hound Archons and the Planetors above, still avoiding any eyesight or any way that they could probably track you with those destructive heat-seeking lasers weapons that they are armed with. You make your way to the front gates, to this outskirts of the Flux Deluxe after about 10 minutes of following cautiously behind the Planetars, behind the Hound Archons as they make a mad dash. You can hear the clang of battle once more as you hear there are more indoctrinated people and demons fighting with the Hound Archons. You finally get a glimpse of the Flux Deluxe, and you see that the Flux Deluxe is currently sealed. The building itself, it looks like armor has appeared all around it, making it basically this massive iron fortress of solitude, basically on its own. And outside, Hound Archons and the Planetars are just fighting hordes of indoctrinated people, but also hordes of Jinx demons, as there's another one of those floating skeletal men with the staffs that I just showed the image of, as he's commanding all these people. And he's sort of commanding them like waves of zombies, as they all are compelled to move as one motion. So before you is a maelstrom of battle. It's unavoidable for you to get past them unless there's means that you can think of in terms of, unphysically or physically. Um, so here you want to get the Galahad to confirm. You can assume that she's inside because it looks like she sealed her entire store up with some sort of magical armor that's literally steel plating. What's your plan? What's your idea? How do you want to tackle this and what skill are you going to use? DC is 18 now. And now, like I said, everything is exposed in this area. There's still city around, you can still hide in the streets, but the area of Flux Deluxe is quite open because she has an open smith on her premises. But they're fighting all around. So what do you think?
I'm thinking I think we just I want to take out the floating skeletal man and see if, because I think this season is like, oh, that guy's giving the orders. If I can like shut him down, then they'll probably maybe not like fully just fall apart, but like it'll be a lot harder for them to do anything. Uh,
Okay.
and then I guess for the angel, since Biz is a good creature, would he be able to like try to persuade the angel to work with them at least in this moment?
Maybe. Maybe. You could try.
So I think Biz will step out. Uh, I think the other three will stay in hiding, just to, like keep in cover, have their like sights trained on the angel or whatever. Uh, but Biz will kind of step out to the angel, holding his hands out. Says, "We are allies. Your God and my God have been allies in the past. We can be allies once again now, and we have a common goal in destroying this evil. Work with me, not against me."
Okay. Okay.
I'll try to use persuasion. Let's see, persuasion.
Are you calling out to the nearby vicinity, or are you calling out specifically to the Planetars?
I think the
above?
Planetars.
Okay.
It's a 27.
7. It's not 3. All right. So how do you call out them? How do you persuade them? What's your persuasion?
I think it's him saying that, and then kind of like the light in his chest begins to glow, and this like feeling of like his connection to like the planet order and Primus kind of like conducting to those angels and being like, at least in this moment, we can be allies. Is not, our gods have worked together in the past. My God has made good things. It helped make that city up there that you want to control. I think it's him really like leaning to like the like religion side of it, like his connection to the Primus and the plane of order.
Okay. So you call out to the Planetars in the midst of this maelstrom, this battle unfolding and evolving, honestly, as more entities clamoring in and around the battlefield. You call to the nearby Planetar high above that's floating about 30, 40 feet above you. Its destructive globe spherical weapon is just unleashing these rays of light targeting the hearts of enemies. As you call out to it, it looks down and it floats down towards you, leaving the sphere high above it, continuing its destruction. And as he floats down, he pulls out his battle axe. His battle axe, his golden radiant battle axe. He floats onto you. The creature stands at around 12 feet tall. Androgynous, can't tell. There's really no gender to these creatures. Um, it is bald, but it is humanoid looking in terms of facial structure and body with like appendages and stuff. It is wearing a simple sash and robe, sort of basically like a toga from ancient Greece. But it is a very beautiful non-stained white. Uh, it is wearing golden sandals. And pretty much everything about this entity seems perfect in the eyes of like a humanoid. Obviously, to you, a Warforged, you're like, yeah, okay, well, you glow and you have a big axe, so it approaches down and it says, or as it stands there, you say those words to it, and there's nearby high Hound Archons that are cutting down demons and townspeople alike, and they're about to raise their sword on you. The Plantor simply just raises his arm, and they stop mid-swing and return back to the combat. The Plantar floats towards you. He says, "You have my interest, Warforged, but you are still an enemy, I suppose. Are you not the Sandsworms?"
I don't particularly consider myself one. No.
Interesting. You are covering many things, Warforged. You seek a temporary alliance. Is that what you asked for?
If you do consider me an enemy, just have me not be one in this moment.
And what privilege is granting you that?
I think I'm asking this because I know what I'm doing is right. I know what you are trying to do is what you think is right. I'm thinking we could work together to achieve what we both want. In the end, you consider me an enemy. That's something we can deal with later. If you consider me one now and choose not to work with me, we can deal with this now, but I think it's not going to be very pretty.
You presume to know a lot, Warforged, of my goals, and you believe that our goals align. As the battle rages on, like a nearby demon tries to come like in between you, and he just swings his axe and just lops his body in half as it just sprays in front of you. And he continues his conversation as if nothing had just happened. You presume a lot, Warforged. You presume to know my goals. Tell me, what is our goal?
You wish to purge the evil from this place, right?
In a
To
sense,
to kill all these demons.
that is only part of my mission.
It's enough for me to work with you.
Hmm. Alliances are give and take. So, in exchange for peace and fighting on united fronts, what will you offer in return? Clearly, my forces have the advantage, and with just a thought, the 50 Hound Archons and the Flying Davids above will target you and your party behind you. The crescendo, the rhythm of the battle begins to heighten around you as the battle begins to turn more and more into the angel's favor. You begin to also realize deep down that you're also losing an avenue of escape by having more of the demons die as time rolls on in this conversation. Eventually,
I'm
there will just be no enemies and it'll just be the angels.
I'm a very powerful person, and I think we both have a particular stake in this conflict. I think I can't offer you anything physically right now besides my powers, but I do see a deal that could be made between us. I have a lot to offer in the sense of my powers, the things I have control over. You know, when you really think about it, that city up there partially belongs to us Warforged.
Eyebrow rises. Hmm.
The crystals the city is made of are made of the order from Primus's realm. He was a major part in making that city. We have as much stake in it as the other gods do.
You see him look at the city, beginning to wonder, beginning to think. And you can see that your deception is working. You are right. But we cannot get inside the city. The custodian seems unwilling to open the gates to Gavriel, our commander.
Yes.
We may have to
But
force our way in.
what if I told you have a way of getting in without forcing the doors?
Then you would have my axe, Warforge.
Sounds like
If
we have a
we can
deal.
stop the destruction of that city, maybe the reprieve will allow Gavriel to alter the plans. But I am a planetar, and I must be honest. Corio does not intend to leave any survivors here. I hope you and your Sandstormers can find a way out of this. For everyone's sake.
We always do.
That's
I
what
love
they
how at the
say.
beginning of this, you straight up said, I don't consider myself one. And then he calls you one. You're like, yeah, we do.
Look, the deception is real. The deception is real.
It's amazing.
Okay. So as the battle continues to heighten, you can see that the Planetar has already given a telepathic order to his forces, and the Hounds seem to be cutting a path for you and your group to the Flux Deluxe. Okay. Awesome. Sweet. That was dope. You also see that the Planetar is beginning to shift his forces away from the Flux, and you can tell that he is going to probably make his way to the City of Illumination himself, taking his large detachments, which may also lead to many more in this vicinity, since there's only a couple of Planetars, a few Planetars. And it looks like the Planetars are the ones overseeing the large sections of forces throughout the city, which is a boon. So that means a large portion, if not all of them in this area, of angels will be gone. But at the same time, that leaves the wanton rampancy of the Hippus corpse. Which so you make your way to the Flux Lux. What are you doing? What's your plan? How do you want to
I
approach?
think Sterling just kind of walks up to the door, like wherever the door would be, and just kind of knocks. Goes, Galhard, know it's been a while, but came to just check in. Things don't seem so good, so
Do you walk to the front door or where do you walk up to?
yeah, I think where the front door is.
Yeah, so you can tell it's covered with sheet metal now. As you approach and your voice rings out, nothing happens at first, and you ring out, and I would assume Sterling Silver want to say something.
Well, yeah, that was Sterling saying that. Yeah.
Oh, that's Sterling. Okay, even better. So Sterling goes up there, and as soon as he says something, the door opens, and Galahad just looks at you. She has a beautiful musket that doesn't have a stock on it. It's like a I'll show you a picture of what it is, but it is a beautiful magical musket that it definitely she has crafted. You can see the hallmarks of her craftsmanship. You can see the insignia, her initials of her making it. Where the fuck is it? Where are you? Where did I put you? Oh my gosh. Oh no. This is what she's holding, and she's pointing it directly at Sterling's face because I'm assuming Sterling's at the front door.
Yeah.
And as she lowers down the barrel, she says, Sterling? Silver? Biz? Oh, get in, quick, quick. And she just sort of forces you all to come in. She closes the door because she doesn't trust anyone outside. But that's where she's holding right now. And she actually like gives you sort of a hug. You know that she's an auto gnome. She's a construct. She's an actual construct, unlike you all. But you know that something has happened and she has gained more and more of these humanistic emotions. And she gives you all a hug. And it's been a while for Sterling, definitely for Sterling. And it's definitely different for him as well as the rest of you. Bricati closes the door behind, and says, he gets straight to the point. He's like, Galahad, we need help. We need to stop that fortress. We need to stop Ox. She says, yes, yes. I can't believe it. And she looks at Sterling and Silver. She's like, "What happened to you? What's going on?"
Oh, it's a long story, pretty unpleasant one.
Silver's like, "We could turn any moment. I just want to let you know."
Yes, we
Which
are
Right.
technically liabilities if you want to think of it that way.
Ricardo, yes, he's like, "Yeah, they are liabilities." She's like, "Well, I can deal with liabilities that I know. It's the liabilities that I don't know that I can't deal with." Here, stay. Are you hurt or injured? Well, where's everybody else?
Tav is in the sewers. Uh,
Of course she is.
Ox is manning the city unwillingly.
Wait, what? He's in that thing? Is that the
Yeah,
city of?
that's the one and only. Uh,
Well, that needs to be number one priority. And if Ox is in there, we got to get him out of there.
yeah, that's we're trying to figure out how do we get in there and sort of either get him out or at least knock him out of his curse.
He's
Because
cursed.
yes, Prune, it's this whole thing. Prune just cursed him, has control over him right now, which is why he's glassing the city. I know he does it sometimes willingly, but this time it's not.
It's a good thing you added that because yes, that is very true about
How
Ox. Um, okay. As you're having this conversation, we move on to Ox. Ox, you are making your way over to the abandoned guild hall, the vacant guild hall.
making my way downtown.
And as you approach, there is what are you doing when you get to the guild hall, I should say?
So when I get to the guild hall, I still have to do the things that I'm required to. So I am I'm talking to the
Solar.
who's it, the Solar, and being like, how do I get the deepest penetration with this thing?
He tells you that you're gonna have to spend significant time harnessing the nearby light from the sun, which is really when the city is effective. Or if you're
Oh.
in space, so you just
Oh, okay.
capture radiation. But he doesn't go into the science of it all yet, because
That's
he
fine.
does.
I go cool, and I hit the button to start gathering energy.
Yeah, so as you make your way above the guild hall, you're spending your turns. So you're going to be spending your turns gathering in the energy.
Yep.
So you'll be making your rolls. But if there's any conversation you want to have,
Yeah,
or if there's any
yes.
ideas that you want that you need to be answered, let me know in that time.
Yes.
Um,
So, I
but I
mean,
will count those two, or both of those, as one failure. I didn't reiterate. So you guys want to accomplish. You want to accomplish 8 successes before 4 failures,
I I
and I'll put it down where you guys are at.
okay. I hmm. I'm
Well,
confused about how I failed then.
well, it's not your fault. This is not you failing. This is just because you technically can't do much. There
Right.
are only certain skills you can do because you're under control. I'm
Hmm.
asking because at this point, the really skills challenge for you would just be Narzan, not really
Yeah.
Ox. That
Okay.
one instance was to help trigger and affirm a good plan. You could
Hmm.
do that again later, but as of right now, there's nothing I don't think you can particularly do. And
Hmm.
realistically, the failures are going to be coming from not just the party, but from you too. But I
Hmm.
don't know what you're else are you because you're not doing anything that's helping. You know what I mean? You're just
Right.
making a hole, killing people around, not on because it's vacant.
Well, my thing is I'm trying to evaporate the points of power. That's that's my point. That's
Oh,
why
I
I'm
see.
targeting them specifically.
Okay. You believe that these points of power have an effect on the overall grand scheme of things.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so what check are you using? Now remember, guys, you can't use the same skills checks in this challenge.
Gotcha.
You can only use them once. So it's better, it's more efficient
Uh,
for those who have different party members or multiple party members. But for you, you obviously have a disadvantage.
right. Um, hmm. What in the hell am I any good at? Um,
Damn it.
the only other thing I could think of in regards to that, is the guys. I know there are people outside of this thing trying to get in, right?
Yes. There's Angel, Gabriel's outside.
Can can I intimidate one of them into hearing me?
Sure you have what?
With my curse.
Yeah, you can.
Like, it's like, which one of you
But
idiots can
just
remove curses?
just remember that they can't get in.
I know, but I can allow one in, right?
No, you can't. For
Oh.
Brunus is forbidding you from letting anybody in and to kill anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why you're
Mm,
alone. That's why they have to start sort of forcibly break in, but they haven't
damn.
attempted that yet.
Okay.
Because Gabriel's out there yelling at you, like, open the door, Ox!
I'm like, I
Open the
can't.
door! Hodor! Hodor!
Like, just like, keep on knocking, but you can't come in. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I can't help myself, man.
But you can still persuade him if you want, yeah, to
Yeah, I
help
wanna,
heal
I
you.
wanna, I wanna straight up like, whichever one of you guys comes in and manages to get through this, you better cure me. I'm gonna scream it. I'm gonna use intimidation.
You use intimidation. Okay.
Yeah, intimidation to cure me.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes. Well, there goes one of the tokens. I'm sorry, guys. You would think. Oh wait, nope, nope.
I got 13 of them.
Actually automatically have advantage because of my thing, so I got to re-roll that. There we go, with advantage.
So you
That is a
can't. Then you can't use the token. Just letting you know.
yeah. I'm not
Becomes
using the
ones.
token for that one. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 27
Yep.
intimidation. If and when you get in here, you better cure me, you stupid son of a bitch.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm hitting the button to deep penetration.
Jesus. The way you said that. Yeah, as you say that, you unleash the destruction. Gary's like, I will, just let me in. I can heal you. And then he sees the beam resting. He's like, no, Ox, what are you doing?
Can't stop it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Awesome. So that whole gathering of energy probably took about 10 to 15 minutes. Oh no, you want to permanently destroy it. So that
Yeah,
would have taken like
yeah.
30 to 45 minutes as Gabrielle and some of the other Howland Archons and even Herald Trumpet Archons are trying to like break through, but it's impossible even for them. And you're just like, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
And that entire block is just gone. Okay. Where are you heading to next before you yeah, where are you heading to next?
Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the readings and see if that pulse of power is now stopped.
It is not stopped. Or that pulse of power has stopped. But you
Okay.
do notice, and if you're looking at the roll 20,
Uh-huh.
they're not all the same size. God dang it. Jim. Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
They're not the same size, but you see all of them get slightly bigger. All of them. Like the resonance just got bigger for each of them. It's as if the loss of that node is now increasing the output from the others.
Which means either A, I'm making it worse, or B, I'm putting a strain that can eventually not be held. And I don't know which one.
Correct.
Well, no one ever accused me of being smart. I'm going right here. I am going to
Where are you
what I
going?
believe that is the question.
You're going to the question? Gotcha. Or the thirst, you mean? Oh no, you're talking
No,
about the
that's the
guild
question.
hall, the Shimmermane?
Yeah, the Shimmermane's Guild Hall. Well,
Gotcha.
okay, yeah. Nope, because that is the question on the map.
No, it's really?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the one it's above it.
Okay, so this should actually be up here.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm going to the Shimmermane's Guild Hall.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, you can already see that there are definitely Shimmermanes defending themselves in that exposed top guild hall.
Well, do 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 do. If I could say anything through the loudspeaker. It would just be,
I'm
run!
sorry.
I'm so sorry, run for your lives. I'm gonna murder everything.
Once again, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess the only thing I have left would be Narzan.
Yeah, so that would be the second part. Narzan is basically running through the city. He has to cross the canal and get to the summoning scroll. How is Narzan getting there in terms of skills to get across the canal and also the amounts of enemies that's in his way?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure he just doesn't care about the enemies. He's just smashing through them.
True, but you already used athletics, so
I did. So,
Have him do a flip over them.
that's athletics.
ye-
Jesus.
Isn't it acrobatics?
straight up,
Oh, yeah, I mean, you want to.
straight up crushing leaps and bounds. Yeah. Oh, let me see his actual skills because it's partially him, partially. Um, okay, so he's gonna use survival to try to navigate through this area with the least amount of enemies harassing him. Despite the fact that he knows he's in the egg, he knows that going full frontal without consent is going to end up hurting him.
Hmm. Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and make that survival check.
Such a terrible way to post that, but you know what? I'm fine.
Heck yeah.
All right, here we go. Ah, Narzan, you get the spinny dice. All right. That is. Oh, I'm gonna have to use a point because that is only 17. All right, let's try it again. 19.
19. Yep. Sounds good. It only takes him about 15 minutes because he's honestly still leaping and bounding in the
Yeah.
Salvation Egg. He goes and dips into the canal over here and he eventually makes his way on the other side where he finds this large looming figure commanding all these indoctrinated. He's sacrificing them to break it. What does Narzan do when he gets there?
When he gets there, he's gonna leap and he's gonna. What he wants to do is to jump on top, rush the demon, and grab the staff and go spin control.
Awesome. Yeah. It plays. Yeah. Go ahead and play it out how it happens.
So as he basically he's just like running like chunk 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 jumps into the air and just goes just like maniacal laughter from inside because he's out of his mind at this point. And just rushes down on top of the demon, smashing it into the ground. Whatever was left is eviscerated back to whatever plane it came from. And he at the same time he reaches down and grabs the staff and goes, "You all should leave." I don't know if it works or not, but he does say that, and then he's like, "Now I'm gonna take this building for myself."
Yeah. He crushes everything around him. The creature stands no chance against the Salvation Egg. Um, and even through the maelstrom of clearing the area, you just break through the barrier nonchalantly. I will say, can you make what's the tax on the
The Salvation Egg has Destructive Fist and Crushing Leap,
can you
and
make it a destructive fist attack for me?
hell yeah, and it's a building. This is gonna be awesome.
Well, we're not doing the building yet. We're doing the shield, but yeah, regardless, it's still going
Okay,
to
so it's a
allow
plus. Yeah. Do I need to make the attack or just the damage?
the attack and damage.
Okay, well the attack is
And you can combine it with the damage of fighting a building.
yeah. So that's 19 plus 17 to hit the building.
Yeah, sure.
All right, and 4 die 12 plus 10. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not terrible. That is 90 force damage to the outer casing of the building.
90. is going to put the building / shield HP down to 10 HP left. So the shimmering shield is like barely holding up. But you cracked it to the point where it's sort of indented and you sort of like are inside the vicinity of the summoning scroll.
Mhm.
And eventually the shield just collapses on itself and it dissipates, sending a wave of magic all around the area, sort of pushing buildings, like buildings not nailed to the ground or anything.
Yeah. I assume, like, as he smashes it, he just out loud, because he's pretty sure that Molchiad's aware of what happens to his building, just goes, sorry, we gotta steal your stuff because everything's going to shit over here.
So what is he? So now what is Narzan doing at the summoning
Narzan would
scroll?
go inside and just start grabbing everything and popping it inside of the egg.
Okay, so we'll get to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute.
Yeah. Well, there's security involved. That's why.
Oh, yeah, well, then
Yeah.
he's just gonna keep punching things until it
The,
lets him
no,
take it.
that's exactly why. That's exactly why. All right. Jason's to go ahead and make his roll. I am gonna roll advantage on this one. I'm using one of those tokens. I pass.
Hell yeah.
We can. All right. So we'll go ahead and have another communication relay telling people where we're at, what's happening with everybody. And then I get to introduce a new element to the skills challenge. So
Oh boy.
the Solar reopens the network again, allowing conversation between everybody and updating everybody what's going on. He tells everyone that they just glassed the vacant guild hall, and are moving on to the Shimmermane's guild hall, unfortunately.
Yep.
Are there Shimmermanes still there?
Oh, no.
They're still there. Oh no, the vacant guild hall nobody was there. But
Yeah.
they're going to the next guild hall over where the Shimmer mains are at.
I would assume
they
that
are
it would
there.
also let them know about the fact that every time he destroys one of these, the circles get bigger, and he's not sure if that's good or bad.
Yeah, the Solar, I'm gonna call him the Heart. The Heart's gonna tell you all. The Heart tells you what it needs. The Heart tells you that about what Ox is doing or thinks he's doing. And I leave it up to you to discern if that's feasible, good. So
Hmm. So they're connected somehow because they all grew in power.
correct.
So is it like some kind of network connected between them, maybe? Or like, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, that's really weird. Give a split up from us, and he's not answering his phone right now. Can he hear us now?
He can hear you now. He doesn't sound like he's out of breath, but his thoughts are scattered. But he updates you and tells you that he's being pursued by large giant rats, also glowing. He's being chased by more people in collars. It looks like there's like slaves, but he recognizes a lot of them. And he even swears that he recognized one that he saw attack you guys earlier in the day, but is now down here, suggesting that these are clones or there's clones down here. But he's being currently chased by those people and giant rats, who is spitting acid at him apparently.
Oh, the spitting acid. Okay, that Steven couldn't do that.
The only thing that in the middle of like half of these conversations, Ox is just like, "Somebody help me!"
Yeah, we're working on it. Galhard's good. We made a sort of tentative deal with the angels.
Some of the
planetary.
angels,
Some of them, not all of them, but with the ones near the Flux Deluxe. For now, at least, they aren't going to attack us. The ones here. So don't trust any of the other ones.
Galahad actually is part of the conversation now too. She's linked up to the network, and she goes, "Hello, Ox, are you okay?"
No.
Okay. So there are some things in the vaults that I can have that can help out. I think some of us, but I think I have something that can help get us in the City of Illumination. And by getting in, I mean a means of entering. She tells you of when she first came to this world, from her spelljammer, that she used to be an artificer for a grand empire. That grand empire specialized in traversing the different multiverses. She has held on to some because she wanted to forget her time in the past, and so she has dismantled and even destroyed some of those because they're far too, in her mind, obscene for this world. But there is one that she has kept around because she hasn't gotten to destroying it yet. But it's an ancient device that allows the entryway into a place. It is a piece of magical tech that has spawned several other magical artifacts of Anzoria. She's like, if you ever heard of the Door to Nowhere or Fulton's Door, those all come from this item from my people. Well, from my creators. It's a means of getting into places. However, this demands considerable risk. And I will get to that once we figure out another way of taking out or dismantling this curse. You said that you have a curse. You can break the curse, Biz?
Yes, if I get gold dust or diamond dust, and if I can touch Ox, I can remove the curse.
Silver speaks up and says, but isn't he under some sort of vile curse though? Don't vile curses need something more specific?
That's true. Okay. I could also just wish it away, but that's feels a little more extreme.
Galahard's just like, I know Elder Kia has some ancient tomes and spell scrolls, even maybe a ritual that could help us there. We should probably save that wish for a rainy day, yes?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Right now, it's
So
just a fiery day full of death.
Yeah. All right. Um,
so last resort, which we go to Elrikia, see what we can find there. Tav, where are you heading next? What's your plan?
I need to save Givy first. So I'll see from there, probably north towards the summoning scroll, but we'll see what happens.
Is all we hear from Narzan just like him huffing while he's grabbing a bunch of magic items?
oh
No,
yeah,
no.
well, no. Oh yeah, go ahead. So, yeah,
I
sure.
imagine that Narzan's like, fine, no one asked me questions. I'm just over here doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work. Grab it.
Gosh.
Just like, he probably just goes, I'm inside of the summoning scroll. I broke the outside, and I'm pretty sure there's more stuff on the inside. If anybody could tell me the nice way to do this so I don't explode everything, that
Galahad's
would
like,
be appreciated.
Narzan. You
Ah.
stay in the suit. Stay in the egg. I can only imagine the defense of the Milshed has set up.
I
Yeah,
did
the Moleshed
apologize
is
to him
not-
out loud.
I don't think it's
Ah.
gonna stop whatever he has up in there from like zapping you.
And I don't
Hey!
even know what Milshed would have
Hey!
in there, honestly.
Hey, can one of you contact him?
I don't have sending anymore.
I can get to the vaults. I can. There's some spell scrolls down there. If you can cast sending, then you can use the scroll. Biz.
Okay.
So she'll make her way down there.
Cool, I'll
and
wait.
She'll go and grab the artifact. She'll go and grab the artifact too. But for now, she's gonna keep it down there because she doesn't want that to be destroyed. So she's like, this is probably the safest place for it right now. Galahad will stay here, but she is obviously available. She will go ahead and first give Sterling something. She's like, it's been a long time coming, and I also have boots for Ox if you see him. And then Tav, did you order something?
Do they have the fur?
Yeah, boots of the fur. It also comes with apricot
No.
jeans.
Yes!
Was there anything that you ordered, Tav?
I didn't order anything from Galahad.
Well, let me know what you're looking for next session. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Ox wanted winged boots.
Yes. So Galahad turns to you, Sterling, and she just simply presents the musket that she's holding. So this was always supposed to be for you, Sterling. Biz, I have something for you too, but obviously I just don't have time right now. And same thing with you, Silver. But by Sterling, Sterling was here first. And she presents you with the Void Breakers Accord.
The first child.
Okay.
Roman, that face was all I wanted. Nervous, excited, unsure, confused, sounds cool as fuck.
But
It's been
I
so long
think
since I got to get a cool gun for my
Yeah,
character.
like, right. All right, so here it is. I'll send it to you on Discord. Um, what's this first? Where are you? Where are you? I'm so sorry. God darn. Cannot
Where
sleep.
are
I cannot sleep
you?
tonight.
And I'm
I
so
miss you away.
sorry.
It just hit my head. I'm sorry, really. Don't know why it came out all of a sudden, but I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I miss you always and always. The sixth straight darkness.
the entire team down below is singing the same song, but
Same
up in the city, it's just like I saw shine. It opened up.
I think the song being sung in the city is "Extermination" by the Undying Bird. What is that band called again? It's been a while since I listened to them.
I think we're gonna go with "Push It" by Static.
No, we're going with this. What is it called again? Save your pity for the weak. That's what's going on up top. That's what's going on up top. It's Extermination by I forgot the band. I'm very sad because I used to listen to them a lot religiously when I was younger. All right, so where the hell did I put the musket? Where are you? Where
In
are you? That's
Sterling's
why.
hand.
It's going. It's right there. It's just like it's not physically there yet. There's lag.
Real life
There's
lag.
real life lag right now. So where the fuck?
Your ping is over 500, bro.
Sorry.
Yeah, Sterling's like rubber banding back the door and back forward, like teleporting.
Where did I put it on the site? Now I'm very upset that I don't know where I put it. Is this it?
Welcome to the town of my dick.
It's not a cheese. Is this it? Aha. Ooh.
We've all been hacked.
Which version is this? Is this the updated version? This is the version. Okay. It's a lot, Roman, but I'm just
You want to
take what you want. Like obviously the legendary properties you're gonna want. I've added some extra things like Warforge integration if you want to take on that, behavioral quirks and stuff like that. That's more of role play things in my opinion. And then there's craftsmanship features, but I won't add the craftsmanship. I'll just add these. But the behavioral quirks is sort of narrative more is driven. The Warforge integration is basically the weapon can integrate with you as a Warforge because you do have that, right? So I'll let you read it and let me know what you think. If there's some changes you want me to make, let me know. But I think it's pretty dandy. Oh, it's too big of a file. I hate Discord sometimes, man. Actually, most of the time. All right. I can't get Blink 182 out of my head right now, dude. This is really bad. I need to go clear my head.
What's my age again?
Well, then it's starting to go into what's the offshoot band that one of the members did? Soapbox Derby Car or something like that.
Oh, so I know who you're. Damn it! Now that's in my head.
Yeah, that song from them, they're like notable song from that sort of experimental offshoot band that he did. All right, here's part of it. Like I said, it's a long text, Roman, and I apologize, but it's really cool. At least tell me if it's cool. If it's not cool, let me know that too. There you go. Let me just edit a little bit quick to help you out with seeing what's what. Oh my gosh. But she presents this to you and says, Sublime Thanakai, I'm happy that you're back, and I hope this time you're here to stay for good. Can't lose you
Yeah.
again. I'm same with you, Silver. And Silver's like already hugging her. It's like, I want daggers too, Galahad. I want short swords. Can you make them fly? How
Can you
come
get off
to
the
me?
comms, please? That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah. We're happy we're back too, and we don't plan on leaving anytime soon.
Is that a promise?
I think so.
Then I'll hold you to it. And she gives it to you, the musket.
This is something else.
This is probably my second greatest work. Not that this is dumbing you down, but my life's work I've destroyed because it was too dangerous. So I consider this actually my greatest work because I didn't do this out of survival, out of hate, out of terrible things what I used to do in my past. I haven't shared that with you, but maybe after all this is I can finally tell you what happened, how I got here, and what I was made to do at first. But this is probably the greatest gift I can give. It is still what I'm good at, but for more noble purposes. And also give these to Ox. And it's these beautiful black leather boots with raven wings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are these the ones he commissioned from you?
I believe so. I actually just had to repurpose another magical item and then match the aesthetics.
Yeah, he was going through a kind of dark and brooding phase.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still
That
in
needs
a
to
dark
change.
and brooding face, you dick.
He needs to go back singing terrible songs. That's what he needs to do.
Ox feels sadness.
Oh,
So
sorry, that
you
was supposed to go on the channel. Sorry.
so here is the Voidbreaker's Accord, a masterwork firearm that represents the pinnacle of autonome craftsmanship, lovingly forged by the renowned artificer Galahad as a parting gift for her dearest Warforged companion. It is designed to fight aberrants, but it also now fights demons, fiends specifically. You can integrate it using the Warforged integration quirks. The weapon's crystalline components pulse and rhythm with your heartbeat, which with your heartbeat equivalent mechanical processes, alternating between cool blue if there are nearby aberrant threats, warm amber if there are fiendish threats. Um, Now performing both planar stability checks and infernal ward maintenance with soft harmonious chimes. During a long rest, the weapon projects tiny holographic images of Galahad explaining the technical improvements and sharing pride in the weapon's enhanced capabilities.
That is
It's obviously if you
amazing.
choose to listen to it or not, but yeah. Um, but yeah, you can combine it to your body to have it be basically a quick draw. So you don't have to hold, basically are never holding this rifle at all.
Yeah, I'm reading it. This thing is fucking nasty.
He's disgusting. That's why I'm asking for both Ox. Another thing, Ox, if you're looking for something else too, that Galahad can pull out of her vault. Same with Tab as well. I know that you have Supernal Clarity, and it honestly trumps most of these things. But if there's something else, maybe for a companion, let me know. Think of this as like the free shop of all epic level stuff for your characters to have in the final battle. So with that, I will go ahead and quickly introduce the new twist and the long skills challenge that we're having right now. I think a lot was accomplished, and the party has done considerable good in their means of stopping the catastrophe that is unfolding before them.
Well,
So starting, yes, correct. Starting at the top of the next sort of round, the DC is go or I will the DM or the enemies, I should say, not me, the enemies will have what is known as counter tokens. Every 5 points. So if say you roll the next check, right? I'm sorry. At the end of each round, I get to spend a counter token to force a saving throw on a group on each of the teams. And depending on what it is, it not only results in failures, but also results in loss of tokens. And those counters can be many of things. I can increase the DCs, I can force rerolls, or I can choose to ignore advantages or the use of tokens for 1 round. Not multiple rounds, just 1 round. But yeah, we'll get into that. But yeah, so it gives me the enemy an opportunity to force some pressure. Even though the stakes are getting higher incrementally, it allows the enemies to act as well as opposing forces as hindrances. You guys have a considerable lead. You have 5 successes and 0 failures. I don't know why 0 successes. Okay. No one should have told me. And you have 16 tokens to currently spend. You are 3 away from succeeding in the skills narrative challenge and far from being a failure. But maybe these counters could change effect. Who knows? I don't really think so, but we'll see. But unfortunately, we have to be bringing this down to a close. Am I correct on that assumption?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll be bringing this down to a close. Cutting it off early, unfortunately. But expect these types of hours going forward. So I'll just go ahead and announce it now. We'll be dropping back to a couple hour sessions again, as personal life, especially mine specifically, is affecting my gameplay time. But other than that, we're going to still try to can get as much done as we possibly can and see where the story unfolds and finally ends. So I just want to say thanks to all those who've been watching and been keeping up so far. I, for one, appreciate and love it, and I'm sure the rest of us here as well appreciates you enjoying the story that these people have created along the way.
The real problem. Thank you, everybody. We will be back next week. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend
What
if
is
you
wrong
have
with
one of
you?
those. I don't know, man.
What's
Work
wrong
here.
with you?